You can call me Google because I have all the answers. You think you're so smart? Unfollowed? Come back. For a business to do well online, we have to increase our engagement with the audience, which means more commenting. In real life, when we want to make a good impression on someone, we'll turn to showing our wit, especially through humor, but all of this involves nonverbal communication, which is exactly what is missing when someone sees a block of text online. So how are they supposed to interpret it except to take the literal meaning of those words? These are potential misunderstandings that we should avoid with people by using clearer communication for a more positive experience on social media for everyone. On the side of the viewers, commenters can take a short response from a content creator as a sign of lack of care. It takes a lot of courage to leave a public comment that potentially anyone can see and judge even harshly, so the least they could get in return for it is a little appreciation. Or if they've invested a lot of time into a video, maybe for 5 or 10 minutes, and then afterward thinking about it carefully, putting their response into the right words, and if all they get in return for it is a like and perhaps an emoji, then that's probably too little, and they might leave, take their support with them, and away from the channel. So, a little more appreciation would go a long way. What are some challenges in communication on the side of the content creator? In a word, I would say unfamiliarity. You might know my name, you see my face, you hear my ideas, but chances are I probably don't know anything about you. So sometimes it can be difficult to know how to address comments. Or on the other hand, there's sensitivity. There are certain words that a video should not mention, not to ruin the viewership. That we can't just answer to any topic. Or sometimes somebody could be sitting around, scrolling on their phone, having fun, leaving all kinds of comments, but they could be putting a content creator in a difficult position. On the one hand, they don't want to look bad in front of their viewers. On the other hand, if they reply in the same way, then they could only make things worse. So what do we do when things get shaky? Hopefully not anything rash, but we stay calm and keep communicating clearly. Sometimes there are challenges in communication between both viewers and content creators alike. One such instance would be vagueness. Maybe you thought you were saying one thing, but the words were not very precise, and the other side reads something completely different. Maybe you used an exclamation mark, and it could mean excitement to some, anger to others, or sarcasm to a third group. Or different types of smiley faces. I would have thought they all meant happiness, but nowadays some people have said some can be taken for passive aggression. To remedy this, we can observe ourselves how we would look in real life saying these things. If it's a smile, then you can use a smiley, or if nothing, then perhaps end with a period, the most literary way of all. Another challenge to communication on both sides would be radio silence. Maybe you wrote something to one person, and they never answered back, so you write a little bit more to clarify what you meant, and you still don't get an answer. And the more you write, the worse it gets. When on their side, maybe nothing is wrong, maybe they just need more time to think about it, or they never got a notification, so they didn't even know that you answered them. That's why it pays not to overstress, but keep cool and keep moving forward. How about this one? Heated debate. We tend to see this more at conferences and seminars. Maybe there's one speaker and it is assumed they have the authority, but a colleague of theirs could be in the audience and they think they're in a similar position, so they start debating, each trying to show that they know more. In the battle of egos, there can be no winner. That's when the audience starts leaving, which is costly to everyone. Let's get into the main solutions to the problems in communication. The best strategy that I have thought of is to see the other person, the commenter, as someone close to you, such as a family member or a friend. That way you will want to make much of them and what it is that they have said, that they will feel happy and probably continue treating you well into the future. Another tip would be to match their level of energy. If it's a little on the low side, you don't want to say so much that it looks like you're trying to sell them on something. You can say just as much to see if there's interest for further communication. Or if their energy is high, perhaps they've said a lot of things and great things, then you definitely want to give them back just as much, if not more so, to make everyone feel happy and set the standard of communication going forward. It also helps to focus on the discussion more than appearances. If someone has a lot to say, you let them. You get sympathy points just for listening and showing understanding. We can hear their side And when they're done, you can share what it is that you know on the topics. That's how everyone learns more than they already know. One person could talk more in one instance, and another the next time. Regarding criticism, it is actually not as common as anticipated, but for those rare instances when it does come, I would say stay responsible, keep giving helpful information to make the most of the situation, and whoever sees those comments will find respect. Edit your messages before you send them. There's nothing wrong with reading a comment and leaving it for a little while. Maybe a couple of hours go by and you get better ideas than what you originally thought. Then put those into words, but still don't send the message yet. Check those words in case something can be taken out of context or in the wrong way, and change it. Then, once you post it, you will not need to edit or delete it. You'll be at peace with your own message. And this is very important too. You want to edit out negativity. You don't like it, so why should you send it to other viewers? Keep that out of your messages and keep giving constructive value to your viewers. There is energy and tone to writing. Before sitting down to reply to comments, make sure you are not in a bad mood, but a good mood, because people can feel the difference. It's like in literature class when we were asked, what is the tone of this piece of writing? And it can feel happy or sad or angry, and readers can tell the difference. Make sure in general you're keeping a positive outlook of the world so that your messages are positive, and even if you make a technical mistake somewhere, people cover for that because they are expecting the best from you. As it turns out, commenting is one of the best things we can do for an online business. We can imagine commenters are people already close to us, which will naturally make for good replies. We don't have to do anything extraordinary either, which can have the opposite impact. It's enough to keep moving forward with new content and letting people get to know each other more. And most importantly, we should continue having fun, which should make for a good impression. Sometimes though, no matter how hard we try, misunderstandings are bound to arise. Then hopefully we can use humor to get out of them. That is one way I tried to answer uncomfortable questions, which you can check out in this video alongside some other useful strategies. If you're considering starting a business but are worried about what people will think, I encourage you to start. It is definitely a learning process, and you're welcome to subscribe to Poetry and Play for more helpful videos.